They were down 5 with about 5 minutes to go, and they could not get back-to-back stops to put enough pressure on Bruce Pearl's Tigers just to see if they could make it close. And then Auburn pulled away late as Georgia just could not find a guy who could, make the big shot, take the hero shot, and they could not defensively get back-to-back stops, which ultimately did them in.
It just makes another March where it's going to suck. Barring Georgia making a miracle run here over the last 4 games and in the SEC tournament, or Georgia Tech having some miracle run in the ACC tournament, we're not going to have teams in March. And I think 2 years ago when we went back up to where we were up at Harris Cherokee, and we'll be there later this month for the March Madness stuff, and Kennesaw State was in the tournament. And the buzz that we had, all of us were running to the sports. All right, I'm going to put, $50 on Kennesaw State to cover. 50, and didn't they lose by like 1 or 2? It was a really close game down the stretch, and they ended up losing. But just having that where you have a local team to cheer for, even if it's not your team. If you're in the state of Georgia and you have a Mercer or you have a Kennesaw State, we all get excited. And this is going to be another year, it looks like, where things are going to go sideways. And for Mike White, now you start to ask questions. Now you start to go, is this the right guy? Because this will be another year of not making the tournament. I think Road Dogg was telling us during the break one time last week, the coaching hires from 3 years ago, the cycle where Mike White was hired, apparently all the major coaching hires have made the tournament except for Mike White.
Right.
That's a problem.
I thought it was baby steps last year, big steps really. When did they go deep in the NIT?
Yeah, did they win it or
no?
They finished. They lost.
Go to the Final Four.
Lost in the Final Four. Okay.
But it was a good jump start. I think you start off 14-2. That's the hurtful thing. I thought you carried some of that over. You beat the teams that you were supposed to beat. Yeah, it wasn't in the SEC schedule yet, but still, you got to 14-2. And you do have a big win over Kentucky, and then you can't beat anybody. You can't find a week or one big moment at home or on the road where you take out one of the big boys.